Are we rolling now?
Yeah.
Oh, you know,
Welcome back to Cigar Time, your ever so friendly Wednesday night show all about premium cigars.
The Tues Wednesday?
hello.
Tuesday, Wednesday. What?
I've been doing this for 8 years. I didn't send it to you.
Change it up.
All right, we want you to vote on who does it better.
Yeah.
Call 1-800-555-1212 and cast your vote.
The problem actually startled me. I can tell you that
You
much.
scared the devil out of me. I'm getting ready, you know, and he just...
Does that even exist anymore, the 555-1212?
In,
don't know.
Information?
in every movie you see is 555.
I thought it was 411 was information.
That's information.
That's it, not anymore. It's not.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Today we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to let Scott tell you all about it because I think it'll be very interesting.
It's his idea.
I'm also scared to death.
I'm Scott, by the way, in case you...
Scott.
What we're doing is you're gonna actually witness the process of us evaluating a cigar. And you've seen us rate them before, but we're trying a cigar called Buffalo 10 that we do not carry. We are contemplating it, and we are going to smoke it for the first time. So you're going to actually see us go through the process of evaluating whether or not we want to bring a cigar in.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully this doesn't lead to Rob's favorite quote of, "We smoke them so you don't
So we'll
have to."
Yeah.
I thought I
We'll see
invented
if-
that quote.
Yeah, maybe.
I did,
But
years
Rob,
ago.
you invented it, but Rob made it famous.
Thanks.
I
That's
thought
right.
it was on
Yeah.
Marie.
No.
So, Art and I have the Buffalo 10 Maduro, and Rob and Paul have the Buffalo 10 Natural. You guys can go ahead and light up while they're not only is the wrapper different, but the blends are different. On the Maduro, uses a San Andreas Mexican wrapper. The binder is a Dominican, and the filler is Dominican, Colombian, and United Stadium. On the
United
Buffalo
States.
10 Natural, there's also a Connecticut that I don't have. The wrapper is Ecuadorian Connecticut. The binder is Indonesian. It's interesting they use different binders on each one. And then the filler is Dominican, Nicaraguan, and from the United States. I'm assuming Pennsylvania, but I don't. Who knows?
Connecticut's in the United States.
So is Florida.
Yeah, but it's Connecticut. They use. Is there much Connecticut filler?
No. I don't know. Paul, does anybody use Connecticut?
No, they use
filler?
Connecticut as a binder.
Binder,
It's
yeah.
just too expensive to use it as a filler.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And Florida's so no. Who knows?
Wow.
Does anybody use Floridian tobacco besides Jeff?
You'll
Yeah.
be watching the censored version of how we actually do it. Because sometimes it gets a
Very
little...
sensitive.
It gets a little blue.
Did I
It gets,
swear already?
it gets a little boisterous in some of the ways we describe some of these fine cigars. I am not familiar with the cigar. I think I vaguely have seen something about it somewhere. Have no idea. Don't know the cost. Don't know anything much about it.
The company's actually been around for a while, and they.
Sounds.
Have you ever heard of the cigar that David Ortiz has, the Big Poppy?
A good property
Yeah.
there.
They sell those, and there's a couple other. There's a little cheroot that
El
was
Arista.
nice.
El Arista, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple others. One called the Cimarron, and then La Palella or something. But
If they would name it cinnamon, it would be Rob's favorite
No.
smoke.
oh my god.
No, it wouldn't.
But very interesting people. I spoke to them for a while. I found this company. I was at a new trade show for us, the TPE, which is Tobacco Plus Exposition. That might be the first time I ever got that right.
You did get it right, too.
So it's a new show for our industry. It's earlier in the year. It's mostly vape, hemp, CBD, e-cigarettes,
Marijuana.
that kind of stuff. Yeah. Well, it's funny.
Did you sample a lot of the marijuana?
No. They're giving stuff away. They're like, "Hey, would you like some CBD cigarettes?" I was like, "Everybody's looking." Like,
Two years ago, I was at that show and they were giving out samples of CBD water. So it was like a bottle of water, but it had CBD mixed into it. So if you're into whatever CBD does,
Yeah.
you can just drink a bottle of water.
I think it's snake oil myself.
somebody wanted to. I had an event.
Wouldn't that
Somebody
dilute it? I mean,
I
how?
would think, yeah.
somebody had that water and they gave it to me to give away at during an event, and I'm like, what? No, you can't give CBD. People think it's regular water and they're drinking this stuff.
I mean, it's
You can't
legal.
do
CBD apparently
And
is
you
legal.
don't
It's legal,
get
but it's not legal to.
Yeah.
No, but I've never heard anybody really say conclusively that they got any true benefit out of CBD. I'm not saying.
I have no idea. I'm so clueless. It's marijuana to me. I don't even.
No, no, it's
know.
not.
No,
It
it's
doesn't
not.
have the THC in it.
There's no hide to it.
Whatever.
But now,
I tried.
in Nevada, weed is legal.
It's
Is it?
legal in a lot of states.
A lot of, yeah, so I think that'll gradually eliminate the CBD market, because why do CBD when you can do the real thing?
Well, if you want medical benefits without the, I don't know, getting high, I guess.
What
I
medical
don't.
benefits are there for
I don't
CBD?
know. I don't know anything about this.
There's a lot of claims. There's a lot of claims, but I'm not.
So why would it be out there if there wasn't? If you don't get high, and there's no medical benefits.
Money.
Yeah,
They can claim it does everything.
money.
It's like
I
snake.
said
It's like
oil.
snake oil.
I said snake oil.
Right.
This, by the way, this is how we evaluate a new cigar.
We have a discussion about CBD and
Yeah.
marijuana.
Well, it's a box. It's what they call a soft box press.
It doesn't have sharp corners,
Right.
but it's pretty firmly pressed
Yes.
and really nicely packed.
Yeah, the draw
It
is
is.
good too.
And the wrapper, I mean, it's again. I have the Maduro, which is San Andreas, and it's very. I mean, typical of San Andreas. It's a very toothy wrapper.
Yeah.
So
There's some very nice oil in the natural
Yeah.
wrapper.
Oh, yeah, you can see it. It's very nice. I'm kind of liking the cigar.
Me too. It's
You're smoking the natural.
milder than what I
Smoking natural.
expected.
Yeah. It is a mild cigar.
But
Mild-ish
it has
cigar.
interesting notes right
Yes,
away.
absolutely.
well, go ahead. Why don't you two
I
talk
got
about the notes?
I got a nutty taste and a floral taste from the Dominican tobacco in the beginning. I haven't retrohaled it yet, so
There's also some very distinctive sweetness to
yes,
this.
Yeah.
absolutely.
I'll definitely get that in the Maduro.
Yeah, the Maduro is definitely sweet. I hate saying this because it seems like a fallback comment, but like almost like a roast espresso
Mhm.
kind of a flavor. The sweetness, and then definitely I get the nuttiness that you're talking about. So, I mean, so far so good.
Yeah, I want to see if it gets how rolling through the whole smoke, how complex it gets, and how it evolves and changes. I want to see how that holds up.
Yeah, plus
I mean, it's not a bad looking cigar. I'm not a real big box press guy, but it certainly burns evenly and draws very easily for box pressed as this is.
I'm getting a toasty taste through the retrohale.
Do you know that
You got
100
more
years
spice.
ago,
Right.
box pressing a cigar was a indicator of inferior quality?
I did not know that.
Back in the day. If a cigar had voids or soft spots,
Yeah,
they would box
yeah.
press it, and then you couldn't find that. But
Makes
real,
sense. That makes
real
sense.
aficionados knew that, and they would avoid intentionally box press cigars.
So it's when you first started in the business.
Yeah, way back, about 100 years ago.
This is almost as box pressed as Nick Perdomo's.
It's pretty box pressed.
Nick Perdomo's.
Except his have
Sharp edges.
His
they
had
have
sharp
corners.
edges, yeah,
They have
but this
actual
is-
corners.
This
His
is almost
original
as
cigars,
thick.
you could slice bread with.
Just about.
this is like the same size as like an exclusive though.
Yeah,
The same.
and about the same level of press.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really thin cigar. It's almost like a waif. Remember those?
Yeah, the weight,
Waves.
yeah.
So what are you guys
It's thicker
looking?
than the
What
weight.
are you looking as you evaluate cigars? What are you looking for?
Well, I always stick to the, price quality quotient. Is it a good cigar? Does it have decent quality to it in the form of complexity through the smoke? Does it reach, if somebody wants a high impact cigar with a lot of strength, is it that? Is it a mild to medium, which most cigars nowadays sort
Yeah,
of are,
yeah.
which I would rate this Maduro I'm smoking is right in that. Probably more mild than medium. Pretty easy cigar.
Really?
Mild Maduros are always a treat.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
If they're sweet,
find
have
this-
a good finish, and that's what a real Maduro does.
See, I get more medium, more close to medium on this one
Yeah,
than
yeah.
mild to medium.
It's certainly. I mean, to me, this is very pleasant to smoke.
How fun, because I'm actually starting to feel it in the back. I'm feeling the Lajero right now.
And you're smoking a Maduro?
Yeah.
That's
But
weird.
I'm like, I don't. Maybe it's.
And you're feeling it in the back?
I'm not at all.
What? I can feel it on the top of the roof of my mouth and the back of my throat. Yeah.
There's none of that in here.
No, not at all.
No.
I don't even
Tiny
get
bit
much
tingle on the
spice.
very front of my
Very,
tongue, but
very
very
light.
slight.
Very slight.
Would you
yeah.
qualify the natural to be mild to medium?
Yeah.
Mild through the mouth feel, but through the retrohale, it's a little fuller bodied, but not much.
Okay.
But the flavor.
The flavor is very, very nice.
It's also the smoke has an interesting mouthfeel.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost oily in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that seems to transport the flavor over more of your palate.
Would you ever bring in a cigar that you didn't particularly like?
Oh, of course.
Mhm.
It's not what we
That's the
like.
right answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a
It's
lot
what
of
we
cigars.
think people will like.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what we think will sell.
I think I have said many times on the show, I would say to a cigar, this is not my taste, but I can tell the quality,
Right,
and it
right.
addresses certain notes,
Right.
and the strength, because as I've gotten older, real high strength cigars are less and less satisfying to me. I'm more, mild to medium.
I'm getting there.
But taste is
Taste
the
is
important thing.
Yes.
That's it. To me, you can talk about strength, you can talk about all kinds of different things. Does it have good taste? Does it satisfy the mouthfeel? Is it easy to draw? Does it burn evenly? And does it cost reasonable?
Rational.
You have to balance it out, though. Even though if we don't like a
That
cigar,
doesn't mean, yeah.
it doesn't mean that everybody else won't like a cigar.
Exactly.
But having said that, that doesn't mean that we bring in every cigar we taste.
No.
There
not at
could be a
all.
lot of cigars that are just bad cigars.
We know
and we know that it's not going to sell at all. So
And
we
as
don't
you
bring it in.
like to say, we smoke those.
So
you don't have to.
Exactly. There's a lot of cigars that we
Oh my
taste
God.
all the time that we just do not bring
Yeah, I
in.
had a
Yeah,
I had a crap load of them a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
There's no shortage of dogs out there.
No.
we don't want to waste your money, and we
Right.
certainly don't want to waste our money.
Right.
More importantly.
So
It's a balancing act. You
Yeah.
have to know, it's not my taste, but is somebody else going to like it? It's hard sometimes.
I also like a couple of things. One is if we have an employee who just absolutely loves a cigar, like we get samples of stuff, and
Mhm.
we give them out. If they like it, I like bringing it in because I've always thought
Look at
the
behind
stuff
you.
that I like sells
Right.
really well because that's the stuff I'm naturally going to promote. I'm going to,
yeah.
And the other thing is I'm a big, as you guys know, big proponent of packaging because packaging and we will sell the first cigar, and then the blender sells the next one. And I did see the packaging on this, and it matches the rest. It's kind of rustic, but it looks really cool. I think they come in like 40 count boxes.
40.
Maybe it was a box of half natural, half Maduro, something like that. But
Even the band to me is kind of interesting.
I kind of like the band.
It's very simple,
Right.
Oh, it is simple.
but it's not crude.
Right.
It's embossed.
Mm.
It's got some 3D to it.
Yeah. So-
and it doesn't use gold or silver,
Nope. No
which is a
metallics.
rarity in the cigar world.
Yeah.
Yep,
I kind of like it.
I do too.
I don't know, it's got a little picture of a cigar plant on the inside too.
Tobacco plant, you mean?
Oh, they're in,
Cigar plant.
Yeah,
It's just a bunch of cigars.
like that?
Yes.
It's just a bunch of
Cigar when
cigars.
it's right.
oh my God, that's hilarious.
We will smoke no cigar till it's time.
Yeah.
They're located in Tamboril.
Yeah.
Bourbon Santiago.
Right
Yeah,
in the
I'll-
heart of Tobacco Central
yeah.
in the Dominican Republic.
That's a very pleasant
That's
cigar to
big.
smoke.
Yeah.
See,
Very
now I
close.
want the Maduro. No, I don't want yours.
Like you've never smoked. When you're in the Dominican, you can do it, right? But not here.
Never been in the Dominican. Been to
Really?
Honduras. Multiple
This
times.
is in Nicaragua too, haven't you?
No.
Oh, really?
Well, going to Honduras is almost the same,
That's what I told him yesterday.
except Nicaragua's a little safer than Honduras.
Maybe.
Well,
In
The
terms-
flight has to
When
be
you,
better.
when you get away from Managua, there are some areas that
Well, there are some, but
That's the
I
least.
spent a lot of time
I know you have.
in the
The
hinterlands of
flight,
Nicaragua.
the flight into Nicaragua has to be better than the one into Honduras.
Absolutely.
You know what I thought
Yeah.
was really, and this was, I guess, I don't know if this was just Esteli or if it was all Nicaragua, but they'd have neighborhood watch people, and they would just
Yeah.
to let you know everything was safe. They'd blow a whistle. like, well, that doesn't make any, like, you'd hear this in the background. You'd hear a constant whistle, and I'm like, wouldn't it make sense if there was trouble you would
They
blow
would
the
hear that,
whistle?
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
how do you know if, but you constantly hear all this whistling, and I'm like, is that trouble? I can't tell.
Tell you a funny thing about public security in Nicaragua. In the 1980s, a group of low-level Miami mafia people came down to Nicaragua and robbed 4 or 5 banks and left. They probably got $100.
I was going to say,
How much can they get?
yeah, how much could they have gotten?
So
Yeah.
rob the casinos.
What they got was the attention of all the bank owners, and now
Oh, protection.
in the public streets all over the place are guys in uniform with shotguns that do nothing but watch for gringos.
Banditos.
The first time I was down there and I saw so many guys, like so many, I started asking people and they all told me the same story.
Is anybody getting a little bit of a sideburn?
No.
Nope.
No,
A little bit.
That's usually
I'll shave
right.
it off though.
maybe, yeah.
Have you all noticed in both versions, I think, dark ash,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but firm.
it's Cuban ash. It's Cuban ash.
Less potassium in the soil.
I'm getting a little almost licoricey, like an anise, just a slight. And that sometimes is as much a mouthfeel as a flavor.
This is a yummy cigar.
I really
Yeah,
like
I
it. I'm enjoying it a lot.
I would.
Let me know when you want me to tell you the price.
Yeah, I was going. I was
I
just
know the
coming to
price.
that. Oh, you know the. I don't know the price. I would estimate this cigar in this size.
Between 7 and 8.
I
Would be a
was
good
going to
guess.
actually say 8 to 9.
Yeah. Given the world today.
Yeah, given the world today.
I had somebody else I gave one of these to. They really liked it. One of the guys that works over in the store. He said he loved it. He said this is fantastic. $10, man. He said really? That's pretty good.
Well, obviously it's not $10.
No, it's not.
Just tell me it's not 50.
Do you have any more of these?
We
Maduros?
can buy some.
Yeah. We're all
I
friends here.
might
I'd really like
want
to taste the
to.
Maduro.
Me too.
Oh, you want the rest of it?
No.
Just do this, like this.
All right, so lay it on.
Hey, it works.
All right, so
I
what's
didn't
the
think it
price?
would. $6.
Lay, how much?
MSRP $6, not our cost.
$6. Get
That's
out of
silly.
town.
I know. That's why I was kind of excited to
And
show you guys this.
It comes just in the one size,
As far as I know, yeah. I don't think it. I would have to double check on
and
that.
it's a Toro. It's a Toro.
Toro,
size.
yeah.
yeah.
It's the exclusivo size. Yeah,
$6?
I'm liking it.
I'm trying to think of a $6 cigar that could compete with this, and
Yeah,
I don't
I
think
can't
there's
think of
anything
any
even
either.
close.
My concern is, are there $9 cigars that can't compete with this?
Well,
There are some.
Yeah.
So that's yeah.
Well, other than the fact that most people would have never heard of this cigar, that's a hell of a bargain.
This is a very smokable cigar.
Yeah, it is.
$6. This could
$6.
also be a box seller. If it's-
Yeah, yeah.
And it also, the
Yeah.
other cool thing is it comes in. I love this. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but more and more companies, and it's more boutique companies, are coming out with 5-packs in like a paper bag kind of
Yeah.
format. And
Like
this company
Viva La
does that.
Vida.
Yes. I think that's fantastic. I love doing that.
Well, based on what I'm smoking here, this will sell very well.
Yeah, I agree.
And if, you know, if we were doing our normal buying session where the rep is sitting there and we're sitting here and evaluating things and kicking the tires pretty good, yeah, this would be a yes decision based on as far as I'm smoking so far.
Well, and we have 4 samples for burn consistency and construction,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
all of them seem to be doing
Yeah, mine's
pretty well.
fine.
You could use
Mine's
a
not-
touch-up.
Mine's
Yeah, I
not
know.
burnt straight, but I never cared about that. As long as it has a decent draw and it tastes good, I don't care if it's burnt straight.
And I think both wrappers are really aesthetically appealing.
Yeah.
Now, if you everybody's smoking it flat, if you smoke it more like vertically, does it change the flavor at all?
It shouldn't.
I can't believe he actually answered.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was waiting for him to respond to you.
Scott,
Thanks, Paul.
I am cursed with taking you seriously.
It's up there.
Why?
That's almost up
Why?
there.
You're the only one.
Well,
really
and
think
that's
you're the
why,
only one.
and that's
Yeah.
why it's a curse.
That's hilarious. I can't believe I did that.
And I can't believe I got suckered right into it.
Yeah.
Saw it coming.
No, I know. So I'll see if I'll see if I have. I don't think I have any more, but so maybe like you two can try the Maduro and Art can try the
Yeah,
natural.
naturally.
That would be
I'll
great.
try.
All right,
It's a
so
little
now-
stronger through the retrohale on the
that-
Maduro.
Yeah,
Well,
but
that's
that-
what I said about this one also. Now the other
Chucked up
thing,
real well too.
the other things we talk about when we do this, since we have 19 stores, how many stores are we going to put it in?
Which
stores
store, yeah.
are we going to put it in? So, I don't know.
We have certain stores where we test products,
Right.
where we know that the manager and the personnel in the store will get behind new product, and they'll be anxious to introduce them, especially at decent price points. Certainly, this fits that bill.
It's like fast food stores. They have so many stores, and they test market them in certain stores, and that's what we do too. So
I smell a home run. With
I
this.
That price?
Yeah,
Are you
kinda.
kidding me?
I want you to fit every store with a box of each.
really,
Yeah.
oh, it's not bad.
It is amazing, yeah. But we need to find out if there's other sizes, because just putting one box up on a shelf, it'll get
It
lost.
gets lost. Yeah, that's the
Well,
problem.
It becomes
Well,
2 boxes. if
well,
you do
Well, it's 2
natural
boxes
and
natural.
Well, that's
Maduro.
true, it is two
Yeah.
boxes.
It is. It's something to think about, but I can almost see this. I don't know why, but I can see this cigar sitting at the counter.
At the counter?
Why?
Because that price
You just
point,
said you don't know, but
I don't. But it just.
I think I know
it
why.
feels like it feels.
I don't know
right.
what the
The
packaging
price
looks
point
like.
begs for an impulse purchase.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's only $6.
It's only
I
$6.
gotta try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good
They,
point.
they
I
also
see
have
that
a. I mentioned they have a cheroot that is pretty good that sells for. I think it was like $3, and that's. It's not cellophane, but I could just see putting that out there. People
can
grab
see
it,
maybe
grab
that
it a
one.
handful.
Maybe that one. I don't know about
Um,
it. Especially if this comes in boxes of 40 and 20 and 20. It's hard to put at the
Especially
the
if it
counter.
tastes like
a lot of
this.
stores don't have room at the
If
counter
they
to put
blended
that.
the cheroot
Sure.
to taste like these, I would say, yeah.
Have you tasted the cheroot?
Yeah, I thought it was actually pretty good. There's some in that bag I gave you guys.
Do they come in different wrappers, or is it just one wrapper?
No, I think there's 3 or
Okay.
4.
Super.
For
Really?
Maduro. I mean, it's
There's
there.
also there's a Connecticut in this too. I have a call set up with them for Friday, and I'll see if we can get some of those and see what we can do.
So then it would be 3 boxes.
If yeah,
And that would be self-presence.
Yes,
3 of
that
something.
should be enough. Yeah.
I'm honestly I'm okay with 2. Well, for one thing, I don't have a ton of room, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it also could compete with the Eduardo's at $5.
yeah, but it's not bad. It's more
It's 20% more.
20%.
I did fence math.
Sure
It's
did.
amazing. Anybody else notice how much smoke this cigar
There
Yes,
is a
I
lot of
did.
smoke.
Yeah.
Yes.
Considering how it's pressed.
Yeah, and it just billows out smoke.
Holds the ash, and it's holding the taste so far. Sweet
Mhm.
finish, got all the consistency.
It's
of
very
the Maduro.
consistent in the
Yeah.
taste.
I still can't get over $6. Yeah.
I think the strength varies a little bit. It
But the
almost seems like
flavor,
there's a,
the base flavor
Yes.
stays.
Yeah.
yes. But I, for the most part, the core is there. But now I'm getting that anise kind of flavor,
Yeah.
and it's like kind of just numbs your tongue a little bit, or maybe it's absinthe or something.
Yeah, there's definitely no
No,
spice.
There's no spice.
No spice at all in
No.
this.
Yeah, good tongue.
Very,
good tongue
very
taste.
smooth.
Yeah,
Good tongue taste.
And I can see
it's creamy on the tongue.
Yeah.
There's no bite at all.
No.
I can see people rebuying it.
Yeah.
Not just like, oh, I'll try it. It's good enough that it's not, as we sometimes call, like if there's a cigar that tastes like a bunch of other stuff, pedestrian. It's
Right.
like, all right, nothing making me
Right.
buy another one.
This could be an everyday cigar
Uh-huh.
Oh, at that price?
at that price.
No, for sure. Wow. I'm still shocked at $6.
Yeah, there's a lot of taste for a $6 cigar.
Yeah, this would definitely, this would qualify as a keeper. Definitely qualify. as a
Yeah.
keeper.
Good. How many you want me to order?
That's the next question we always go with.
We'll discuss that later.
Yes.
How many stores would you put this in?
Well, these prices are almost
You
afraid
put
not
in
to
all
put
of
them in
them?
all of them, yeah.
I did some
He
quick
did,
math.
he did the
Yeah.
math, and it's
And
actually
it's
a pretty
like-
decent
it
price
is.
to
Yeah.
put them all in.
That's just one box of each, not. And it's also assuming.
They're
So you-
30 count boxes, right?
I
Was
think
that-
it's 40, but I'll have to double check.
40
on
count
that.
box?
I think.
Was
Wow.
that price natural and Maduro?
Yeah.
No.
I know.
Yeah,
The-
yeah.
The taste is not changing, which in a Maduro is a good thing. You know,
No, I would say it's not changing much in the natural either.
Yeah.
You sort of get what you expected to get.
And
there's like a high-end Maduro.
there's a finish on it that's
Sweet.
The Maduro
yeah,
is sweet,
sweet.
just like
So
it should
really,
be.
it's very pleasant. It's
Yeah.
just, it's not like a. Sometimes you have a really super strong, full Lajero cigar, and
Yeah.
it's just your mouth's like, oh God, I can't get rid of that.
I
Like
just
you
gotta-
could smoke another cigar after this.
This to me is on the high side of mild. You know,
Yeah.
even medium, you could say it. You know, it's certainly not a back of your throat burner. It's not like, you know, it's loaded with Lajero.
Yeah, this is a cigar that's not gonna. The next day, you're not gonna taste it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's not going to spin your head around.
Right, exactly. I just got a buttery taste through the retro hail with this one.
What should we do? Are we going to rate it? Are we going to put a number on it?
Wow, that half hour flew.
I'm enjoying this.
Oh wow. Yeah, let's rate it.
That's Scott, you found it. You go first.
I mean, it burns well. Great draw.
Yeah.
Price is definitely there, although that doesn't affect my rating. I would give this a 9. I'm a tougher rater. than
I
you guys.
agree. This is an absolute spot on 9. For the first one I smoked, I had to smoke more to.
Oh,
But yeah,
Well, I gave you the best of them.
definitely not.
I'm enjoying this tremendously, and I think it's got some very distinctive qualities that you don't find in a lot of cigars,
Yeah.
like that oily taste
Yeah.
in your mouth that,
Right.
that so coats your palate.
Yeah.
I give it a 925.
Well, there you go.
I would smoke this all the time.
Yeah, it's a very good cigar.
This is smoking like a very expensive Maduro. It's maintained the taste. The retro hail is great. You pick up all the notes. I mean, it just coats the tongue. The taste hasn't receded from that nice sweet Maduro taste. It's got a wonderful finish to it. I agree with Paul, 925. I might even give it a 9.5 considering the price in my opinion. But 925 is a great rating. And at the
Something-
price, it's unbelievable.
There's something going on in the retro hail that I can't identify.
It's really nice retro.
If you
Yeah.
like this segment, let people know.
we could do more.
We'll
of
do
this.
it. We'll do it
We can do
more.
more of
Yeah,
it.
it was an interesting segment that Scott thought of,
Yeah.
and I think, and I pray you've been entertained by it. We've enjoyed doing it.
Yeah.
And don't forget to watch our Saturday night show at 8 o'clock. And until next week, we'll see you then. Happy
Yeah.
smoking.
Smoke often.
Ciao for
and
now,
smoke
everybody.
happy.
Bye bye
Life's
for
too
now.
short to smoke cheap cigars.